Red team is team not known, led by Undead Zenth. Led, I believe, by Gemini. At least he was my point of contact for the setup and the invitations. That's Repent on the blue team, number 7 on their minimap. Bomb is getting planted on A with all 10 men alive. It's a smoke execute, no doubt, but Tone pushes through and picks up one. 4v5 holding the bomb plant now as Undead finds Monks and Gemini. Tone poached up and ready as damage comes in. Undead on a tear here. I really should be watching him, but he's limbed out, bleeding, dripping on a 3k. Potential for the 5. There it goes out the window as Tone goes down. Undead's going to be patching up. Action happening here as Jirek pushes in, finds one and goes down to Lucas. We're starting strong for the blue team. Interesting scenario. The smokes must have been very strong there for the red team because they were able to plant in a 10-man alive situation, which doesn't happen all too often on this map. You see it sometimes on Skybridge. But it's a rare case for Bay5. Smoke towards bottom mid. That's slanted, I believe, smoked off. Let me double check. Oh. Uh-oh. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. Waiting for any potential pushes out here as Exotics is in a good position to get damage done. He finds one, finds two, and gets away. That's important. But the bomb, if you see that, led by Eclipse's push there, has found its way up mid. So 1v1, that's very important. Jirek gets away and drops back into sight. Bomb lost in no man's land. All down to hit the road, dude. And that's a tied up. We don't have a leader who will do daily kiss-offs to see who's the most dominant for the team. That's fair, that's fair, that's fair. It's a team effort, it's a team effort. Daily competitions, rotating IGLs, or leaders or captains or whatever. Let's see. Tone with the grenades here. Ooh, that nade was close for comfort here. A little bit too early on that one. Now as Lucas is pinching. Trying to see if anyone from the blue team gets a little bit greedy. It's a little bit of a Mexican standoff. I'm sure Undead likes that. Here comes the pop flashes, the smokes no doubt fading towards a main door. Forklift is dead, and we are good to go. As Repent is hiding cheekily on site now, trying to get the 1v1, and he does just that. He's only good for one though, as Tone backs him up after the trade. Hit the road, dude finds one and a second with his last bullet through the wall. Exotics on the flank gets two, and that's bombed down. Lucas back turned, and down he goes. Zen leading defense. Boom, boom, boom. Undead darling. What you got in the chamber? Already round, we're going into round 4 and he's got 3 kills. Smoke to top mid. Kinda to top mid. Kinda to top mid. At least that's the green door smoked off, but we can see action going down towards parkour conbox area. 3 guys stacked for the blue team. That's a little bit of a kill from Platt here, as the 9mm tears through conboxes and finds 2. Disheveled dismay as Undead goes down, and that's a clean sweep for the blue team. Very confident. One of the most confident rounds they've won of the tournament just yet. Could we be looking at the that little thing that I hinted towards earlier, the burnout of going, you know, once you go in a game above 20, 25 rounds, and you have to go into a new one against a new team with little prep time. You know, tensions were so high in that game that felt like it was lasting forever. You do kind of just burn a little bit. Monks with the nade kill onto hit the road, dude. Conbox control in favor of Team Red now as the blue team are stacking towards B. They're retaking without the bomb, like, necessarily even be planted. It's a fake, though. There's kills happening left and right. Lucas trying to keep as much blue player as possible in this area. I thought the bomb was going to make its way to A. Burley can get in and punch one of these guys in the back of the head, it will be absolutely massive. Repent sniffs something out from behind. He believes there might be an exploitable gap in the armor, so he's going back. He's working towards A. But Burley's actually in mid. I think he heard green. He hears it. Oh, the shots are almost good. The wallbang was almost on point. His pre-aim was good, but Repent was ready. Zen, at least now, in the elimination game, are tying up a half of 4. Yeah, that's the thing. The fatigue is huge because whoever won out of Generation / NotKnown do carry a significant buff in that they get a resting period. You know, those guys are able to go outside, get some fresh air, drink some ice water, you know, cool down. These guys went straight into it. You know, aside from like a 5 to 6 minute intermission, these guys are rolling deep 30 rounds in a row, you know. Triple stacking to Ali. Trying to brute force their way through here and hold this silver. Tone is gonna creep into the jaws of defeat. If Lucas can just accommodate for a crouch peak height. Burley finds one. Tone's gonna need to peek soon. He's got the right idea. The guys are holding very passive angles on defense. This is almost like a huge trap. Lucas misunderstands that. Pre-fire from his teammates. The alley players go down. Repent playing so patient on that door angle. Ooh, it's looking really strong for Zen. I know there's a lot of Team NotKnown fans in the chat here. Everyone's going to be hyper-focused, spamming all sorts of energy to Team Undead here. Eclipse starting very weak here on this map. He's one of the strongest players in this red team. So once he finds his form, I wouldn't be so dejected here. It is definitely possible for these guys to turn this around. Early nade to the door as nobody's home. It's a... Oh my god, it rolled so deep. I did not expect that. I thought that nade was going to hit the door again. Down goes Lucas. I caster cursed myself here. It's a really big match for Zen to be leading. Now, I've seen them again earlier when they played against Generation. They took a nice lead. Switch on over to Exotics, who's he's gonna be in a prime position to get a backstab here. He's gonna be able to see Undead if Undead doesn't move out. He does just marginally. Ooh, it's a bit of a whiff. And the Eclipse comes out on top. That's a really big kill to open on. He gets caught just sprinting now as Undead needs to go and recover the bomb. And we have Repent midair, airborne. It's getting a little bit frantic. The blue team, look at the positions on the map. Player number 6 giving no options for the back door. Undead finds one. The guys are playing so tactical, so safe, you know. Literally taking no risks. Look at the anchor player. Undead through green. He knows where one is. He finds it. That's a nice kill. Is he going to be able to get through Con? He is just marginally. He's really weak. He needs to get 2 1v1s, and the Ape Train is here. Tone peeking. If Undead had no time to play with there at all. That's round 6 for Zen. Potential for 7. Down, but not out is this red team. I really like the MP9. There's an MP9 somewhere that's very interesting to me. That double kill through comboxes was huge. Exotics finds one onto Eclipse, who gets caught sprinting. It's a swarm on the site, as Jurek does very good to get one. There's kills left and right, and it's all down to Burley, and there he goes. Jesus. Slow it down, boys. Slow it down. I can't keep up. I just had to cast 25 rounds on bowls. Slow it down. Zen on 7. The game just started. One of 2 things is going to happen here, guys. Zen are going to pull the underdog story from this match in fine fashion, or we're going to see an amazing comeback. It's all to play for, still, for both teams. People like Undead on the other team have definitely faced worse odds and come out on top. Undead has been a bench warmer for the past, I don't know, since Watchful, maybe 6 months. So I would say considered him like not exactly T1. Boop can shut his hoe ass up. Early playing close quarter combat here. Epic Lucas finds one. Full steam ahead for the alias. Lucas finds another kill now. That's exactly what they need. Info spotted on the 3rd. Lucas going to be playing with his food here. Teammates going to be saying that nothing's happening on the A door, so it's a potential for a runaway. Eclipse gets in and punches from behind. Lucas goes down, but Undead trades. Burley out in the open, and very lucky to get that kill, but the hip fire is good. Down goes Gemini. There's a lot of promise in this Zen team, man. I really like how they're playing some of these rounds, especially when they were on defense. It was really cool. Like the off angles that they were holding, and the not throwing by peeking one by one. I mean, at this point, Boop, if your team just waits like 2 or 3 months, I reckon you get away with saying the whole team's a T2 team. Let's see the player POV here. Is Undead's gonna walk into the jaws and gets taken out by a boost, and these are these boosts that are so pivotal in these games. Eclipse gonna have a lot to deal with. Down goes one, and it's a trade. He needs to get more there. Blue team swarming around this B-bomb site. Hit the road dude needs to get a couple. Keep the team's dream alive. Gets one, knows that there's a planter. Tries to get his cover player, and Monks finds one from the window. Good kill here as he finds one and runs out of bullets. Potential for a huge play there. Gemini says no and denies it. Match point Zen. Called them Zeneration. Convincing, controlled. Now I think it gets very steamy. If NotKnown can pull this off, it's probably one of the best clutches. They need to fix something. That's a heaven nade. That goes a little bit askew. Albeit I've never seen a nade thrown from that angle. Eclipse for one at combox. Unfortunate. I don't like going airborne like that, but it is what it is. Undead finds one. Hit the road, goes down. Now 3v3 match point, elimination point. There's only 2 red players close by, and they're not close by enough to stop the plant. It's a big retake moment. As he gets killed, taking the shoulder swap here. Now Epic Lucas finds nobody. And that is all she wrote. Zen. I must say Zeneration again. Zen. Pulling off a very unpredicted result in a very unpredicted fashion, showing everyone that they mean business.